I shot and edited a pro hockey team video within 48 hours. What's up, everybody? My name is Christian. I am a cinematographer based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I am going to be breaking down how I shot this commercial for this pro hockey team in my hometown. It's going to be a three-part series. The first part is how I shot it, and today I'm going to be breaking down how I shot it. I also had my friend Caleb, shout out to Cgull Cinema, come and help light it. So today we're going to be breaking down how I filmed it. Let's get into it. So to date, this is my favorite project that I've done so far. I love how it came out. It's my favorite project, and this is a walkout video for the team. So whenever the hockey team is walking out and you have the whole crowd and stadium cheering them on, the lights go dark, and then big on the Jumbotron plays my video. Now, I've seen how they've done it in the past, and I wanted to take it and elevate it to a different level. In my mind, a walkout video needs to be hype, but it should build. It should be something cinematic where it starts dark and starts slow, and then builds to where when the team is walking out, then the crowd is now cheering, the music is loud, and everyone's hype, ready to go for the game. Now, there's a ton of different storyboarding softwares and platforms that you can use, but I just kind of do it the old-fashioned way with some paper, pen, and screenshots. So I went on YouTube, looked up a bunch of different commercials, sports commercials, different sports, hockey, football, just looking for cool shots that I wanted to emulate and create for this project. This is the first project I've ever done of its kind, so I really wanted to play with the lighting because I wanted it to be dark and moody at first and then get bright and epic at the very end. So with this project, I have my business shot list book. Now, these are all of my clients that I have, and my shot list, storyboarding, everything is in this little journal. And I obviously have my tabs for different clients, you know, some are reoccurring, some are one-off clients. And so I went down and screenshotted all of my storyboard and mood shots that I wanted, and then I assigned them to my shot list, and we went ahead and filmed this commercial. What was super wild is that we had 48 hours to shoot and edit this thing. So the shoot itself took 3 hours, which is incredibly fast. And so I was just kind of scrambling to get it done, but it turned out really well. But before I break it down, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch it. So
we ain't never giving up, no, we ain't never gonna stop to the very last second, till we're running out the clock. We ain't never backing down, we ain't never gonna stop. We gon' take it to the limit, we gon' take it to the top. We ain't never giving up, we ain't never gonna stop to the very last second, till we're running out the clock. We ain't never backing down, we ain't never gonna stop. We gon' take it to the limit, we gon' take it to the top. We ain't never giving up, we ain't never gonna stop to the very last second, till we're running out the clock.
all right, first things first. I'm gonna go down and break down a lot of these shots. So the first shot I wanted to be dark and moody because whenever the team is going to walk out, you play the video and the team will walk out at the end of the video, right? So I wanted it to be dark because they were already going to lower the lights in the stadium. This is for the Oilers hockey team. So they play in the BOK Arena here in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is very huge, it is massive. So what we did, we put on a 50mm anamorphic lens, and we had a hockey player just turn, and we had to do it a couple times because I wanted him to turn and then have the anamorphic light leak from his head. That's literally the only light in the shot, is we have it on a huge C-stand behind him and it's backlighting him, super cool. So what we did here, bunch of haze, and I took some LED panels. This is inside their locker room actually, and I blasted the back wall with red, and then their colors are red and blue. And then I had a top light lighting them. You can see the light on the helmet a little bit right there, unfortunately. But coming down, casting, I have him, his composition as a hero shot, center of the screen. And this is one of my favorite shots right here in the whole thing is, we lit him, we had the red above here, and then we had one dome hitting him from the side here, as you can see, hitting him here. We had a dome come down, but we had the red hitting the back. So as he comes up, he is coming from the light and going into the dark shadows, which was kind of cool. So coming back to this right here, so this was nice. Inside this room, the lighting was horrible, so I had him turn out the lights, and I knew that the sparks, when they sharpened the blades, I knew the sparks would be orange. So I wanted the lighting to be blue to have that contrast. So I pumped the room full of just blue light, and I did not pump the light at the specific block, but I put it up on the ceiling to let it bounce down onto the ceiling, onto everything else. So I made it a little bit more softer. Now this is interesting. This is their color blue. This was actually the exact same as the first shot. It was red. So the lighting was red. Because we had to film it so quickly, I only got red, but I wanted to get blue as well afterwards. So I just changed the color in post. As you can see, it bled a little bit into his hair right here, but I mean, you wouldn't notice it either way if I didn't tell you. This is a cool shot. They're walking out. Now, obviously you see these mats. You do have to put the mats down because it's concrete floor, so they will slip and slide with their skates on, and you can damage their skates on the floor. So we had to put that down. Unfortunately, I don't like how it looks, but they have this really cool hallway with these lights above here on the ceiling, these tube lights, which are really cool, and they change different colors. So I wanted to get them with this, purple bluish looking color. And then if you look here, there are two doors right here. So one, and then you'll see in another shot, but I wanted light to spill out. So I put an orange light. So I put a light panel inside here, shooting out this way. So you see it cast the light down here on the bottom. And then we also have this light up here, lighting them from the top. That's basically the lighting for this shot. This shot right here, basically, I had him looking at the camera, and then I had Caleb, who was the gaffer, just move the light around his face, and pretty cool effect, very simple. This is the goalie. I wanted him to look mean, super in the center. Everything's kind of slow right now, and then it's gonna build. So this lightning effect, how I did that was I had 4 different light panels, 2 in front, 2 in the back, and I set them on lightning mode, and I put them at different times. And so I just recorded them. I said, hey, look down, look up, look straight at the camera. And then that's how you get the effect, and then zoom in and out in post. So what I did here, they also wanted to incorporate some of their footage. Now, I shot everything in 4K, and their footage is in 1080, and the bitrate is so small that it does not look good if I blow it up. So I didn't want to deliver a 1080 video. I wanted to deliver a 4K because it's gonna be on a huge jumbo screen, so I wanted it to be super smooth and crisp. So what I decided to use was a motion array template. So this video is not sponsored by Motion Array, but Motion Array has some awesome templates that I use for certain clients who want this kind of effect, who want lots of text and animation on the screen, which I can do, but it is so time consuming. And to just go on Motion Array, you know, it's like 30 bucks a month. You can download whatever you need for your project, and it's super, super simple to use. So that's what I use here. I just plugged in the different footage that they gave me, and this is what it came out to. All right, so what I did right there with that shot is this was actually an impromptu shot. It was not in my shot list, but they were starting to line up, and I was like, this is actually really cool. So I stuck 2 lights on the sides of them, and I blasted them with lights from both sides, and it created this cool contrast look. Whenever they step forward, they're lit. Whenever they step back, they're not. And then just going down the line, I told them, hey, you know, every sports player has their own thing they do. So I was like, do your thing. And so you have this whole list of people going down doing their thing. And I was like, this is super epic. So why not? So right here, this is also another one of my favorite shots too. So inside the stadium, we definitely turned the stadium lights off. We did leave some of these lights in the background, as you can see, on. I asked them to leave those on. It just gives it a little bit more light. What we did here is we took those 2 lights, we kept them up on each side, just like how they were, and then we pumped in a ton of fog. And I wanted him to skate into the fog. I thought that would be super cool. And as you see right there, super cool. The fog comes around him. I told him to skate through and stop right in front of the camera. Boom, did just that. It's beautiful. And then I had them come one at a time, line up, line up, line up, line up, line up, line up till the very end. And so we'll kind of see that sequence here. So you see that light on the side. So yeah, right here, I mean, we have our light coming in from this side, we have our light coming in from this side, and there's a little top light coming down from the jumbo screen, but not much. And so it was really cool to have this circle effect kind of come around them. And so I really liked how it came out whenever we put the 2 lights coming from both directions. We put on dome light, and so it just kind of created that circle around them, which I really liked. And so yeah, they all came up and stood in a line. Boom, beautiful. So a lot of this was actually shot on the ice. One thing that I didn't realize is that when you're shooting on ice, you need to put down mats everywhere. So, because if you put down your light stand, you're having only 3 points of contact, and there's a lot of weight on those 3 legs. So they will actually start melting the ice and dig holes into the ice. So we had to bring mats out and put them onto the mats and every single thing we wanted to do. And then also, so I mean, even the tripod that we used, we had to set a mat down and put it on the tripod. And obviously when you're ice skating, they come out and clean the ice because it melts. So as we're out there for like an hour, it is melting. So just trying to get the shots, I'm like skating around on my shoes. I had boots on, but still, it was so slippery. So there was like a lot of close calls and stuff. I wish I had some B-roll to show you guys, but a lot of close calls, almost falling and eating it, you know, in front of these guys. So that's how I shot this Tulsa Oilers promo. So that's how I shot this Tulsa Oilers walkout video for this hockey team. Super cool experience. So that's how I shot and lit this really cool walkout video for the Tulsa Oilers. And the next video of the series, I'm going to show you my edit. I'm going to show you how I edit, and I'm going to show you everything I did to the edit so that you can see firsthand of kind of what was going on in my head and the shot list brought to life. And you can check out that video right here.